Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. And today we're looking at The Gloves Are Off. Or in this case they called it Face to Face. Filmed in America, USA. Featuring Dereck Chisora, Joseph Parker for their upcoming fight. Okay, where are we? Where do we begin? Where do we begin? Okay, let's bring this picture up. Okay, so it was, just watched it, just released a couple of hours ago. It was highly entertaining affair. Funny as hell. Dereck Chisora was bringing the jokes, but unusually Joseph Parker was up to speed, kept up with the shenanigans, and it created a very lively, very entertaining affair. It's definitely one you're gonna wanna check out. One of the things which became immediately apparent was that Dereck Chisora asked the lady in question, where is she? Let's bring her back. There she is. I don't know her name, never seen her before. He asked the lady, during the course of the discussion, the debate, he just asked the lady in question. He said, well, who's the heavyweight champion? Who's the heavyweight champion of the world? And he was referring to the fact that Joseph Parker had his last fight in America. And he said, you had your last fight in Las Vegas. And Joseph Parker said, no, I didn't. He said, do your research. And he said, well, where? You had it in Las Vegas. He said, no, I didn't. Do your research. He said, well, where did you have it then? He said, Rhode Island. He said, that's even worse. I was trying to big you up, and you was fighting in Rhode Island. So in that same vein, he asked the lady, Dereck Chisora asked the lady interviewer. He said, well, who's the world champion? They don't know boxing in America no more. They got basketball, baseball, and down in the South, they're big into NASCAR. So he said, who's the world champion? Heavyweight world champion. And the lady responded, Tyson Fury. Oh, just to illustrate Chisora's point. She thought Tyson Fury was the heavyweight champion of the world. It was kind of hilarious. It's kind of hilarious that they couldn't get anybody in there who actually knew boxing. It's kind of sad. I went for a pretty face instead of somebody who knew boxing. What the hell was that all about? Madness. Anyway, so Chisora continued on baiting Parker, Joseph Parker. But Parker, in fairness to him, this time he brought it. He said, you like eating leather. Chisora said, well, this is boxing. You gotta eat leather. He said, no, but you actually enjoy it. He said, yeah, I enjoy it. But instead of eating leather, you're running around the ring. You're like the Australian chicken. And then made the duck sound, quack, quack. Hilarity ensued. And there, of course, we see David Higgins, the ex-promoter of Parker, now his manager, now that Parker is under the Matchroom banner. Much jokes to be had in the episode of, well, it's not Gloves Are Off, it's called Face Off. So when you look for it, bear in mind it's called Face Off. Okay, so what else is there to say? I recommend you go watch it. It is highly, highly entertaining. Joseph Parker He gives it back this time. He gives it back this time. He was prepped. He was ready. And Dereck Chisora's final parting shot was, yeah, I got something planned for you. I got something planned for you. At the press conference, he said to the lady interviewer, yeah, don't miss the press conference. Joseph Parker said, why? He said, I got something planned for you. And he said, so something mad, something mad. I said, don't worry. I got something planned for you. Don't worry about that. Do not worry about that. And couldn't finish this thing without mentioning that on several occasions, Chisora mentions that you should get rid of your manager. He's no good. I mean your promoter. I mean your trainer. Get rid of your trainer. He's no good. And that perhaps explains why Parker's manager has come out recently in an interview calling Dereck Chisora a bully. He says he's a bully. I hope Joseph Parker smashes him, bashes him up. He's a bully. And perhaps when you watch the episode, you'll understand why. It's not because Dereck Chisora bullied Parker in any way. It's just perhaps because he said you need to get rid of your trainer. Get rid of him. He's no good, man. He's no good. You're the same now as you was like four years ago. I don't see any improvement. Get rid of your trainer. And perhaps the Parker's trainer, his name escapes my memory. Kevin Barry. Perhaps Kevin Barry was a little bit salty about that. Why is that picture so small? There he is. More like a thumbnail. Kevin Barry, David Higgins, and Parker. Joseph Parker. Remember, what the hell? So, of course, they both have a common opponent in Takam. Carlos Takam. That didn't really come up too much in the face-to-face, but as most will remember, Carlos Takam and Joseph Parker went the full 12 rounds, and some people think, a bit like the Andy Ruiz fight, some people think that the person who didn't win actually did win. So some people think that Takam beat Parker. If you haven't seen that fight, I highly recommend you go watch it. It was a toe-to-toe, back and forth. It was a bit of a slugfest, as I recall. That was in the days when Parker was more prone to engaging. It's a very good fight, as I recall. Very good fight indeed. It was a seesaw battle. At one point, it looked like Parker had the upper hand. Then it leveled out, and then it looked like Carlos Takam was taking the upper hand. Highly recommended viewing. Yeah, so let's get rid of that. One's more like a thumbnail. That one's much better. Oh yeah, sorry, and another common opponent they both have is Dillian, the body snatcher White. Now, that was interesting because Chisora fought White twice. First one was a 12th round back and forth. Some say Chisora won that. I think Dillian White won it, but it was a close battle. The second fight, of course, the rematch. Dereck Chisora apparently was up on the scorecards, but he'd had 2 points deducted, so he said he thought he was down on the scorecard, so he went for broke and got caught by a wicked, was it a left? Wicked left? Was it a wicked left hook? Was it a left? I think it was a left, which took him out, and I mean out. He was out cold. Whereas, of course, in the fight with Parker, Dillian White's one fight with Parker, he floored him twice, once legally. The other was a apparent clash of heads, but that was the first time and the second time that Joseph Parker had ever been put down, he says, either in the professionals or the amateurs. So that was a big scalp dropping Joseph Parker. Okay, so That's it. The gloves are off. What they call it, face to face, or is it face off? Or was that a film? I don't know. Okay. That's the wrap up. That's the wrap up. It's Raphael Dawkins, it's the Combat Radio, it's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comment, it's the shares, and it is the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. Okay, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you're not subscribed already, please kindly do so. And for sure, go and check out the episode. It's called Face Off, or is it Face to Face? Something like that. Go check it out. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio, and I am out. Why does Dave Higgins look like an alien here? Did you watch that film, Paul? What the hell is going on?